right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Friday night PALVR 2. We have OVL Echo and Sweet and Sour. OVL Echo is the home team and Sweet and Sour is away. Sorry I didn't get my cast set up for that. I don't think there's any bans tonight, but we are going to kick over to game time real quick. Alright, here we go. We have Mustache with us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Say what's up.
What's up? Thanks for having me, Tim. Looking forward to this one.
Yeah, thanks for joining. Yeah, I'm not sure if Echo's been casted before, so that's going to be cool for them.
I'm excited to see. Obviously, we have Sweet and Sour, awesome team. And then OVL Echo, we've played a lot with them in public lobbies, and they have some really good players.
Oh, yeah, man. Good shots.
You know, Dawn certainly makes games tough when you're playing against them. Only Dawn. They have Mrs. Jägermeister, who's a freaking fast shot. I don't know how many times I've been killed quickly by her, and then you look behind you in the tent to see who just got that off on you, and it's always her. So, gonna have some really good shots, probably lots of trades. It's gonna be an awesome match.
I don't think I've ever played with her before.
You would know if you did. You would be you would be looking behind you a lot.
I mean, I probably have. There's a lot of new players joining PALVR. I noticed every day it seems like we get new players coming in. That's awesome. So you know, most of them are OVL. I think they're capping 300 players now, maybe.
I think I was in Walmart last week and I saw an ad for joining OVL. So they definitely recruit.
It looks like we're still waiting for one more Sweet and Sour, and then we will be ready.
I love it. Looks like we have the bus stop uplink location this map. Sweet and Sour starting as Marsoc. Probably see them toss some smokes up Center Street. See what OVL Echo does to defend this.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty interesting. This is one of my favorite uplinks on Egress. I like the CQB aspect of it. You know, the only one I don't like, the only uplink I don't like is Office, and it's because it's such a pain in the butt to get in there is Marsoc.
Yeah, same. That's not my favorite.
But once you get it,
I'm a huge fan of like the super tight indoor maps like that. Like I'm not the type of player that just enjoys sitting in one of those booths in the restaurant and, you know, waiting for people to come to me. Too damn tall to.
You know what I did? You know what I did again? I forgot to change the delay. So we're still on a 3-minute delay. That's all right though. Welcome Cooper. Welcome Smoothie to the chat. Oh, it's Raider. So we have Cooper and Raider in the chat. Can you see the chat, Mustache? Or
yeah, I'm loading it into my other device right now, so I got it.
Gotcha.
Hey, let us know in the chat. We're going to be a little bit behind, but let us know how the audio is as soon as you start to get both of our voices over there.
Yeah, I'm actually going to drop down the music pretty low. It's probably not something we want today, being the fact that we were both talking, and music and talking and gunfire all is too much. It looks like maybe Sweet and Sour is having trouble getting another player in, or what time is it?
We still got 4. I'm not sure how you see the tent once I'm in game here. Looking around.
Hit it's the enter button. You can go back to the tent.
Sweet, look at that.
So it's just back and forth. And if you want to go to your OBS, like on another screen, you got to hold down your space bar and then move your mouse over to your OBS.
Cool. So looking at the tent here, we got Sweet Jake loaded in, Dexter, Lord Farquaad, Watermelon readied up. And seeing 4 for OVL Echo right now. Vexed, Van Perfect, Private Joker. Looks like they might be making a new lobby. Echo people are starting to disappear.
Huh. Yeah, or maybe they have to back out. Yeah, I thought Private Joker, I know he's killed me quite a few times. He's a good player. And Don as well.
Yeah, so I remember, start of the season, seeing some of those guys in the lobbies for the first time. We played some games with only Don. Seen Van Perfect in the past. Private Joker I've played a lot with recently, but even just in the past few weeks, I've noticed, like you mentioned earlier when we were talking, that we've lost some rounds to them in public lobbies, and like they are getting very good very quickly. They have a good mix of different types of players. So some that like to hold some of the longer shots, kind of slower engagements, and then some that aren't afraid to push forward and take advantage of opportunities when they come their way. I think that's what makes a lot of good teams, a lot of the top teams, is when they have a mix of players where, some are comfortable with the slower pace, and then others are able to disrupt and push the battle line backward and push it forward. So they have a good mix. The more time they get together, the better they're going to become. So I think by the end of the season, next season, like a lot of teams, they're just going to get better and better. So
Oh yeah,
National League definitely going up.
like look at us when we were playing on Task Force 2. We were all great players, but when you put a team together, you can be the best players, but until you work strategy with team and figure out how to play with each other, you're not as going to be as good until you learn that.
For sure. Yeah, it's about like time and game together, and you kind of learn the rhythms of your teammates. One of the things that I find most valuable is to watch POVs from your teammates. I feel like watching one POV is equal to hours and hours and hours side by side in game. One thing about the OVL folks is that they do spend a lot of time playing together, and they do a lot of internal scrims. So I feel like they get better so much faster because of that stuff.
We're starting it up. Well, welcome Stardust to the chat. It sounds like you're low, so I'm going to turn my voice down a little bit. Maybe that should help.
Sounds good.
All right. So it looks like who was the 5th guy that came in for Sweet and Sour?
Mithril Marauder did join in, but he hasn't spawned in yet. Looks like he just spawned, so possibly trying to quick spawn B and then got in there a little bit late.
Yeah, we got Vex. Sweet Jake took down Jaeger. Is it Mrs. Jaeger?
Mrs. Jägermeister. Sweet and Sour did smoke that street like we thought they might, but it was mostly a diversion, so they are trying to take hotel over on the right side here, with Dex being the only presence up on the street.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where are they? I went up the street and I didn't see. I thought maybe they were gonna push street, but they came over on the right. Yeah, we got one
Looks
lobby.
like Sweet Jake Watermelon poking out of the front doors of the hotel. Mithril's over on the left, taking his time, working through Lumberyard. Looks like he's expecting somebody over there.
I need to set up cameras on this. Know where they go.
Watermelon's on a good spot on that ramp outside the hotel door. Maybe should have held up a little bit longer, but he's going to have some good shots across the way to clear up the back.
He got Vex, and it looks like Mrs. Jaeger got him. Don takes down Sweet Jake. Up, Mithril's in, coming in on the left. Dexter takes down Don.
So Dexter's going to get this cap. Myth is in a good spot here. Top brickyard. He's going to disrupt. As soon as OVL Echo spawns in here, they're going to be looking downhill. And Mithril's going to get at least 1 or 2 if he stays patient.
Oh, Dexter just takes out Mithril. Not good for him. Oh, and they took Dexter out.
You got it.
Sweet Jake takes Vex, but Perfect? Is that... Yeah, Van Perfect is... I'm not sure why he should be trying to disable. They're coming in
Yeah,
quick.
I would have liked to have seen Van Perfect go for that disable there. Use that pillar.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of time. When you get on that bus stop, you got to try to get behind that pillar and get it disabled as quick as possible. Because you still have to wait for it to load, and they're coming back in quick. Good job, Sweet and Sour.
Do it round one. Good cap.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so right there, like sometimes it's hard to find that balance where, you know, I'm sure being the first one on uplink there, he was worried about some frags coming in from Sweet and Sour. But hopefully they're shouting out that there were multiple down for Sweet and Sour. So when you're first on uplink, if you look on your tablet and you see a friendly right behind you at the top of the street, that car, you know, I'd be shouting, I'm going to cap, push downhill, push through, get past the uplink and try to take, you know, a couple of Sweet and Sour out at the bottom of the hill to give you time for that uplink. Disrupt some of those frag grenades coming in too.
Yes, sir. Let's see what we got so far. So far we have Sweet Jake with 5 and 3, 1 and 1 for Farquad, 1 and 2 with a cap for Dexter, Watermelon 2 and 2, 0 and 1 for Mithril, 1 and 2 for Vex, 5 and 2 for Joker, 1 and 1 for Van Perfect, 1 and 2 for Don, and 1 and 2 for Jägermeister. I made a new, I took a picture of the tent, and like the screen that you have on the tent, I put the actual game time screen, and that's going to be my next round screen. And it's pretty big, so if I was to like forget to change back, you can get a pretty good view of what's going on in game. And you probably can't see it, Mustache, but I'll show it to you later. Or you'll see it in 3 minutes. Why would take this time? I'm going to take a... Oh, nope, they're starting. Okay, we'll do that later. I got to do the sponsor. Alright, so now it's OVL's turn to push.
OVL loading in. Looks like Private Joker is the fire team.
That's nice. You can send messages in chat. That's awesome. Alright, we got 3 going right and 2 going center, it looks like. Farquaad gets took out. Watermelon gets took out.
Lots of smoke coming out right away. Looks like the M203 missed.
Vex gets Mithril and Vex trade. Dexter's still up on top of the garden.
So they got 2 down here. Dexter's going to be surprised for them. At the top of those stairs. Jake's rotating back to cover the car.
Dexter hears Vex. He's going to throw a flash on him. Ooh, but
Perfect doesn't have cover
Jaeger
here,
gets
so
Dex.
Let Jake know that he's there. He's going to be tough.
They trade.
Trade out of it.
And Jaeger's still up on garden. And looks like 3 of them got her. I've seen 3 different kills for one person.
3 dead. So Oakley's Echo's going to have to mostly reset here. Looks like they're
Yeah.
going to send Van Perfect on the flank through Lumberyard. It's always good to have just because it is so scary to get flanked from that backside. If you send one up,
Yeah.
if you can time it correctly, you'll get everybody's head to turn, you know, as you get some shots from Front Door Hotel or maybe even the left side in the brick cage.
Mithril's holding basement pretty well.
So right here, Jake's got no coverage right, so he's worried about that. They got Jake and Watermelon looking backward,
Yeah, it's a tough
as
spot.
they should.
Being on that blue car and waiting for that flank to come around, you never know when it's gonna come. You don't really hear footsteps well right there. Joker takes down Mithril in basement.
Here comes Jägermeister.
Yep. Took down
Gave
Farquaad.
it away a little soon.
And
What's dangerous about Sweet and Sour's position here, so they're heavy on this top hedge, but if they do get flanked, if one person takes Jake out, they're going to quickly get Dexter, and they'll have a good shot at least trading with Watermelon. So when you have your whole defense stacked around one spot like that, it's strong, but at the same time, you can go down quickly.
yeah.
So for Sweet and Sour, next step, I'd like to see them spawn A and then get somebody in Lumberyard on the right side.
Put some utilities up on that garden too. Got a couple on fire down here. Jägermeister takes down Mithril in basement, I believe. Or no, up on the right. And Watermelon, or yeah, they killed her.
Joker and Farquaad gonna have a head-to-head.
Watermelon gets down. Joker's still up. Joker is fire team. Dexter gets him.
3 dead, 2 up for Echo. Is Van Perfect fire team down here in garage?
No, fire team is Joker. At least he had a white shirt on.
Ooh. Onward timing. Van Perfect was holding that elevator door for so long, and then right as Mithril turns, her head's down, Perfect looks away.
Yeah, I hate that. Yeah, some days I just have that where it's constantly happening to me. It's like every single time I turn a corner, I'm getting shot in the back, or it's like, are you kidding me? 1 second sooner, I would have had him.
That's right. Anytime I
Over.
die, it's not my fault. It's just bad luck.
Yep.
Absolutely not a skill issue.
Are you saying something?
Excuse.
It was
If I die,
not.
Tim, that's actually what it is.
It was the luck. I'm telling you. It's always the luck.
So now we have Echo making more of a push to Lumberyard side here. Jägermeister at the dumpster. Face off with Sweet Jake.
Jaeger gets Sweet Jake. Or wait. Oh no, Sweet Jake gets Jaeger. Sorry. Had that backwards. And gets vexed, and Van Perfect's still up. We have Don coming in on the right over there.
Don's got a shot. If he knows Watermelon's there on that hedge, Myth is downstairs. Don should be able to see Dexter pop out if Dexter gets impatient.
Alright, Van took out
Jaeger puts
Farquaad. He's alone on the right over there. He can still come up on the flank. Sweet and Sour, man, they really know how to lock down areas well. Doing a great job on defense.
Go back to 4 dead. Lots of revives for Sweet and Sour tonight.
You know,
The body armor getting picked up.
I learned it, pretty much from you that, the way assault works is, covering your teammates. If one gets shot, making sure to have someone there to catch that back, or, transitioning from one person to another if one goes down, or all that's very important. And I noticed Sweet and Sour is doing a great job at that. Covering
they're
each
rotating
other.
well. You've seen a few surprises where Echo's able to, push and take one of them out, but then Sweet and Sour's quickly adjusting, and they're getting those frags where the
Exactly.
second person's taking the kill.
I'm not great with words, but that's what I meant.
So one of the things I've noticed a few times, see if we see it again, there have been moments where people are shooting around a corner. So, they're shooting at somebody that they see. maybe before they have a good shot. So the kind of the instinct is to take a shot, but then when they don't get that kill, they kind of back away a little bit. And if you're in a position, you know, like halfway up the street, hugging the wall, or we saw it here in dumpsters at the lumber yard, as soon as you shoot and you blow cover and somebody's on the other side of the corner, you've got to push the corner. If you wait for them to push the corner, they're going to have the advantage. So sometimes finding like that balance with aggression is super important. There've been a few opportunities where I think, you know, they could have engaged and then just challenged and at least gotten a trade instead of being a little more defensive.
Vex is the last one up. Looks like he's trying to get his gun, shaking it. I don't know why. Maybe he's having tracking issues.
Nice watermelon. The watermelon sees him. It's gonna be a tough shot uphill.
Methral's coming down through subway or stairs?
I think he's in garage. He's
Subway.
gonna help out here on the right.
And there it is.
Good round, good defense. Sweet and sour. Had some good pushes. Echo just not quite at the right timing at different times, and then tough to break through that defense with the way that they were adjusting.
Yeah. Yep. Good job, guys. We will do the. What am I? Okay. All right. So Sweet Jake has 12 and 5, 3 and 6 for Farquad, 5 and 3 for Dexter with a cap. Watermelon 6 and 3, 8 and 4 for Mithril, 2 and 9 for Vex, 7 and 5 for Joker, 4 and 5 for Perfect, 3 and 9 for Don, and 4 and 7 for Jaeger. And we will be going to the next map. I'm gonna get a message from our sponsor real quick because I have not done that yet.
Sunlucky offers easy-to-use VR products that will help enhance your VR experience, like this Sunlucky gun stock with hundreds of 5-star reviews, this paddle adapter for 11 table tennis, and this golf club adapter for Golf Plus and Walkabout Mini Golf. Visit sunlucky.shop to find out more.
Get my mic back and your mic back. Alright, so it looks like we are Bizarre. We're back in. I'm gonna do the team names real quick. Change team names. Okay. Sweet and Sour is gonna be taking Morsock again. What's going on here?
Are with the new uplink. All right. I've enjoyed the way that this new uplink's changed with time as people have kind of learned how to play it. When I first saw this location in this courtyard, I was a little afraid that all the action would be centered around this street on the south side, I guess it is. You know, kind of where you both teams spawn in on opposite sides of the street. But so far, it seems like a lot of teams really like the push through the ice cream room. A lot of people using the courtyard more now. Pretty powerful when you can get over there inside of the central bazaar area and take shots at Volk defenders in the fridge room and down near the tank and the bar and areas like that.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the new uplink on Bazaar. I think it's fun. I like
Yeah, that was
I like the uplinks that have a lot of strategy that you can use on it. Different angles to come in and from, and like Snow Peak. That drives me nuts because it's so open it makes it tougher to you know, use different tactics. I mean, every map has their own tactics and whatnot, you know, you can use, but
Yeah, Snow Peak's another one that's kind of interesting. That like it seems like it would play out a lot more in the open spaces. You know, where people would spawn B and then make that central push kind of through the open area. But it's so exposed through that, you know, that center area by the tin shack between the A and B spawns on that new uplink for Marsoc, that a lot of teams have been either taking the flank or they've been heading downhill from the old Snow Peak OBJ. So
yeah, that's what I'm getting at. It's so hard to push out a B without, you know, if you get a couple good snipers, you're pretty much done for trying to push B spawn. I don't
see how these maps kind of change with time and adapt like that.
So like on Snow Peak, like basically Marsoc, you use a support sniper and have your guys pushing from A spawn. I don't know if I'm catching a cold or what, but I'm all nasally. Alright, we're gonna just pop it off. Yeah, I will be getting on after this. Oh wait, my daughter's killing my headset as we speak, so probably not.
Okay, hopefully I can mind
Finally!
only shot up. And hopefully get a nice.
And my door's open. You guys all probably hear this. Shit. Oh, we got a couple took out right away. Lord Farquaad gets took down. I didn't see the rest. Trying to shut my door. Sorry, guys.
Echo sent 4 right there, and they were able to take out 2. Slow down that first Marsoc push a little bit. Sweet and Sour uses their one and only M203.
And hits nobody.
Only Don being patient here on the left. Probably expecting Mithril there somewhere, but so far they should be just outside of footstep range.
Sweet Jake takes out Vex. Where is Sweet Jake? Oh, he's coming through the back.
So Echo playing pretty defensive here, centered all around uplink. So Sweet and Sour, you know, they moved pretty close without really even exchanging gunfire on this right side. So you have Farquaad here in blue. He's probably gonna have a good shot on Perfect soon.
Dexter's coming in on the uplink. And he's gonna... Dexter, you gotta look first before trying to send the code. He's just laying there.
Giving Echo a little help with the TK.
Just running the tar. Joker's laying down on uplink. That's a pretty I haven't seen that yet. That's a pretty good little tactic right there. It looks like OVL's got a pretty good defense going on. They're keeping left, right, and center covered well. Takes down Dexter, pushing in. Van does.
The hardest thing with something like this is that they're so close to uplink that there's not a lot of room for air. So if, you know, Private Joker's position's called out because he's been seen a couple of times there, and they lose that, which they just did.
Mithril's on it.
Jägermeister here as backup, but there's just not a lot of room for things to go wrong. So one of the ways you want to try to adjust out of that, if you find yourselves, you know, like centered around uplink, really close defensive positions, when you get people in the tent, make sure you know how many are dead. And even though you're on bulk, if it's, you know, 2 alive or 2 dead, 3 alive, try to push forward to the next spot. Just try to get closer and closer to their spawn throughout the match.
They sent uplink. Dexter took down Jaeger. Joker's coming back in. Dexter gets took out by Joker. But he takes one of his own in the process, and Jake cleans him up.
Sweet and Sour really attack the right hard. Now they're able to set up, lock down this A spawn.
Was Jake fire team? I didn't look. Oh, he's over there.
Jake is not. It's like Farquaad's fire team in the back.
My keyboard's so close to my mouse, I gotta fix that.
And that's gonna do it. Sweet and Sour picking up round 1.
Alright, there. That's better. If you hit tab, Mustache, you can see the scores.
Oh, while you're in game? Nice.
Yep, so Sweet Jake had 5 and 2, Farquaad 2 and 2, Dexter 2 and 4, Watermelon 1 and 1, 2 and 2 for Mithril, 2 and 4 for Vex, 4 and 2 for Joker, 2 and 3 for Van, 0 and 2 for Don, and 1 and 2 for Jaeger. Mrs. Jägermeister. And now OVL will push as Marsoc. I'll be right back. I gotta go tell my daughters.
Sounds like Tim's gonna take a bathroom break. Now's our chance, guys. We can talk about him while he's gone. We'll never know. Light it up, chat. All the things you want to say to Tim, but
My daughter's using my battery, using my Oculus, and I will not be able to play later because she's just running my battery dead, and it's making me mad because she don't charge her Oculus.
I think you should have her play for you sometime.
Why do I have to get off?
You have to charge because my headset needs to charge, and you can play yours.
Did you plug mine up?
I plugged in the backup battery, so you can use that in a minute. But I'm sorry, guys, but I gotta do this because I can't play later if she uses all my battery up. You can play my phone or whatever, honey. All right, we're starting. Sorry, guys. It's dead.
All right,
Well,
so they just spawned back in. Make sure you switch screens. Looks like last round we were on the small screen, but as you mentioned, this is ice.
oh boy.
I'm distracted.
These kids, man, they drive me nuts. They leave my door open. She just did it again. They're loud.
Okay,
And
so I can't see your screen. Make sure we are big screen back
I
up.
am.
Round
I am.
starting.
I'm back up on big screen. Sorry, guys.
So Sweet and Sour immediately spawning 2B, so they're gonna have more of a presence on the right side. But they didn't send anybody left, so Echo potentially could push up left here. Cut them off from reinforcing from their A spawn.
Van took out Mithril. Ooh, Watermelon takes Vex. Come on, OVL. I want you guys to get a win tonight. Make it happen. Joker takes down Farquaad. There we go. We have 2 down on Volk. Mithril just spawned back in. Don's coming out of ice cream.
Great angles on Watermelon. They're just not quite working out yet.
Oh, Sweet Jake back there on my boxes. That's what's going on. Alright, we got Vex behind blue. Looks like Joker's in blue. He's fire team.
Dexter making some noise. What a surprise.
Vex takes down Watermelon. We got a heavy push over here on the left. See if they can pull it off. They gotta watch out for Farquaad and Jake still. Farquaad gets took down. Sweet Jake's coming through the smoke and gets Vex. No, they trade. Nice. So Don's gonna come in. Jaeger's on it. Takes down Dexter. It looks like they're gonna get a set.
Right. Keep Private Joker here. Private Joker, your job is to make sure they don't cross the street.
Uplink is
Keep
hot.
that spawn there.
Mithril in perfect trade. Nice.
Yeah, Echo's doing a great job on the center side this time. Farquaad's going to try to come flank and disrupt this. Private Joker with a good defensive position in blue there. Takes him out.
Yes, sir.
What's that? Oh, I have no screen.
All right, looks like they're all coming out of A now. We got Dexter and Watermelon. Dex and Watermelon trade. Jaeger takes down Dexter.
Yeah, really good control on the street side there by Echo.
Mithril's coming in through the back.
Is that a friendly?
And Don's sitting on it waiting for him. Good job, Don. There we go.
Push, great job.
Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go, OVL. It's always, you know, it always feels good to go home and with at least winning one round, you know.
And we're going map 3. This is only map 2. We're going round 3.
Yeah, they could win it.
So that was a really good push. So it's interesting. You know, we saw Echo's defense that first round where they were much more focused around uplink, and then they go to offense on Marsoc, and they have a really good mid-map push. So if they could design a defense based around what they do strong on offense, you know, we saw a similar push from Sweet and Sour. So build your defense around what you do well on offense. Start to protect mid-map a little bit more there in that center courtyard. Push the battle line forward like they did that offensive round. Do that same thing on defense, and they would have 2 really good positions for the Vulcan Marsoc there on that new uplink on Bazaar.
Man, I can't believe I sat in the tent that whole last round. I'm an idiot. I had a lot going on tonight.
I mean, I'm not gonna. If you're gonna call yourself an idiot, I'm not gonna disagree. But you know.
Oh, you know. I mean, I did name myself Tactical Demon, so there's that.
That's by far not the worst name on our team. So.
I mean, I could have named myself something like article of clothing.
Yep, article of clothing or facial hair. You're neither. So.
Although I do like the Mr. Beard.
I've been telling people, man, we got mustache taken, but eyebrow is available. A lot of potential.
Pimple.
All right, so we got Old Bazaar.
Utilities thrown. Couple.
One up top. Position people played 1,000 times.
One thing I love about the Old Bazaar is you can hear the players so well in here. I don't know if it's the echo from the buildings.
Yeah, Cap's audio is great.
Pushing in through blue, heavy. Dexter's going in for the cap.
Dexter's a fast
Possibly.
capper, so Sweet and Sour was immediately able to take blue. I think, and that's such an important position for Marsoc and for both teams out of the blue room, because that's such a short walk to uplink, especially with all that smoke there.
Wow, yeah, a lot of smoke out, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, Echo did have Van Perfect tucked in on the back fountain, and he was able to sneak in, use that
He's
same
gonna
smoke
disable.
to his advantage, and
Well
he's
done.
defusing.
Yep, he got it.
But Sweet and Sour with the control on that blue side, they're going to do the same thing, and I think they know, you know, the secret's out. There's somebody active on uplink, so they find him with that shot right there.
Jake's gonna go in
And
for
Echo
cap.
needs to send some people B now and really try to get them out of this.
Mithril's
right
in
side.
on it too. Great job by having one cover and one capping. A lot of times you see like 2 players trying to cap at the same time, and it's important to have one guy capping at once.
Yeah, they had really good numbers. One cap, the others push through.
Looks like
set
they
up
have
and
a
get that spawn trap.
yeah, they got a better setup now. It's going to be tougher for OVL to come back now that they don't have one on the fountain.
So they still have Dexter in the middle shop there as their fire team. He goes down.
All right, they got Farquaad back right palm, and he takes out Don. Still got Watermelon and blue.
That's 5 down. That's tough. So good aggressive push by Sweet and Sour. Took blue right away, used a lot of smoke, won a couple gunfights, and then were able to plant and keep that pressure on.
Yeah, they got some good scores here. Pretty even for the most part on some of them. Sweet Jake taking the cap with 12 and 6. Farquad 6 and 6, 6 and 7 for Dexter, 5 and 3 for Watermelon, and 2 and 7 for Mithril. That's actually a pretty low score for Mithril coming from such a good player. 5 and 10 for Vex, 12 and 5 for Private Joker. He did great. 4 and 7 for Van Perfect, 1 and 6 for Don, and 5 and 4 for Mrs. Jaeger with a cap. And we will be going to the next map. And I am not going to change my screen.
Yeah, so we saw Sweet and Sour pushing the blue there. One of the things I think super important if you're playing Volk on Bazaar in that old uplink is to make sure that you get control in some way of blue at the beginning of the round. So especially if you get so much smoke there, you need either a lot of extra eyes, redundant eyes, watching the exits of blue. You know, you can do that from across the courtyard. You can do that from that main lane. You can do it from upstairs in the center, kind of hotel kiosk area. But you need to make sure that they don't exit that. And if possible, get somebody there. It's so dangerous immediately with all that smoke to just have a quick cap like that, and then it's very tough to recover.
There was one mistake that happened tonight, and it's on OVL's part, and I'm going to tell you right now, they should have banned Turbine. Playing this map. Let's see where it's at. Is it upstairs? It is. Yeah, that's not good for OVL. Although OVL Bravo, or was it OVL Alpha, did beat Sweet and Sour on this map. So, but they kicked our ass. Sweet and Sour kicked our ass on this upstairs Turbine. Pretty bad.
They play it really well. To be honest, so I'm not the world's biggest fan of Turbine, and I don't know how often I've played OVL Echo here on Turbine, but it is a tough map. Sweet and Sour is really good at it. This new uplink location, you know, on the bridge where they shifted it forward, there's, you know, in the past, I think taking green and exiting green as Marsoc was extremely important. Now, you know, it's still obviously important, but I think there's other ways around it. Like, you can still smoke green windows, make sure that you don't get shot from it, and make a strong streak. The flank seems a little bit more achievable now. Marsoc, I've been seeing more people on that flank, but still, this is a tough push just because of the choke points. You got to push down such a narrow little corridor.
Yeah, Tim. First person view. Just watch me. Watch me cook.
All right, Dexter, I'll put you on first person.
Let's go. 0377192.
Dexter did ask me to cast this tonight. Sweet Jake, I don't think he wanted me to, but I do it for the people.
Pushing up on Marsoc.
Grenade.
Neither team went for the initial spawn kills. Nobody rooftop. Nobody.
Sorry, Dexter. You went down.
Hey, yo, that's mine. We get back here.
Got Watermelon pushing green right now.
Sweet and Sour aggressively going right up the street.
And Watermelon gets took out. And it looks like OVL stopped that push. Well done.
Good defense. I do like, so Echo right off the spawn there, they sent all 5 right up the middle, and they got far ahead, you know, which is so important to make sure that they're engaging with Sweet and Sour, and Sweet and Sour is pretty far back. So they didn't let Sweet and Sour come to them, and I think now they need to recover and get their people back into those same positions, get up front.
I'm going to go on first person for Jake since he didn't let me casting. Dexter can't stay alive long enough for me to put first person on him.
And that Echo with 2 in green, 1 working desk, 1 working the top of the ramp. Tower is looking to get their fire team in there. Dexter's going right up the middle.
Yep, he's on it. We got smokes
He's
out.
got smoke.
Private Joker can.
Could have eyes. Could be a trade.
And gets him. Well done, Joker. Alright, we got pushing green. 3 of them. And they got green. Ooh. Don takes down Watermelon and Jake. Ooh, I'm missing that. That was in green crap.
Now 4 sweet and sour in green.
Or did I have that backwards?
To make sure they don't exit. You can use that doorway as a trap. You can take a lot of tickets.
Yeah. Yeah, with fire team in there.
Where Jägermeister is. Just don't let them exit.
Good job. Takes out Jake.
What's coming in?
Dexter kind of senses that. It's going to be a tough exit there out of green, so he's going back out the front door. He's going to attack the street for a little more balance.
Watermelon's still in green. Gonna get Jake up. Alright, we still got Van in back of green holding it. Watermelon gets him. Alright, see if they can call Watermelon out in time.
Frag.
Good job. Joker's
Don sees
still.
that smoke, knows he's
Oh,
blind. Lot of
Dexter's
frag right
on
over
it.
the top.
Dexter's coming in the smoke. Gets it capped. Good job, Dexter. Is he up still?
Got one.
Jake's going to be able to exit green back door that they have eyes
Ooh, they grenaded
on the bridge. They trade.
Mithril as well. Lots of utilities going out.
Dexter gets 2.
Yeah. Dex was almost up there.
I need help, boys.
We still in green. They need to get out of green if they want to hold that line. Like you said, that can spawn trap that. There they go.
Getting close.
Oh, I do have a
They're
timer.
pushed. Now they got good control outside of green.
Go away from my
Red door,
timer.
they can hear the footsteps up the stairs.
Yeah, pretty much once Marsoc locks down this bridge, well, it's hard to take back. There you go.
Good push by Sweet and Sour. Echo was able to beat them back a couple of times. You know, that initial push. They got them in green once, knocked them back a little bit outside of green, but eventually Sweet and Sour was able to coordinate the green push with right up the center of the street. And as soon as Dex got that cap, it's so hard to know that you only have 60 seconds to defuse and know that you don't have control of green and that you have people near uplink. It's so tough to push that back up.
Doing my scoreboard. I changed it up. It's a little different, but I think it's easier. But I need to there. So I totally redid my OBS. Did a whole new profile, changed everything. So that's why things are a little bit confusing for me tonight, because I didn't really have time to finish it like I want to. Alright, so now OVL is going to be pushing. Go over the stats real quick. Jake with 7 and 4, 2 and 2 for Farquaad. Dexter gets the cap, 5 and 3, 4 and 3 for Watermelon, 2 and 5 for Mithril, 6 and 4 for Vex.
Back out.
3, 2, 1, fight.
OVL pushing Marsoc now. Private Joker as the fire team leader.
Alright, let's go, boys and girls. Putting some
Echo
utilities.
deciding not to send anybody up to the rooftop either. So team sent all
Farquaad gets vexed.
Echo just staging their fire team right outside green front door. Private Jokers hoping somebody from Sweet and Sour gets impatient and pushes that door.
You want the whole room to yourself?
And their reinforcements are spawning on him.
Thank you so much.
So it's always a nice idea if you can send, you know, on this map and other maps, you send people on one push. So you send a couple up to the bridge, you center the street, cause some chaos there, get everybody's attention looking there, and then you quietly stage your fire team somewhere else for kind of a quick, you know, seesaw action back on the other side that can work well. They've got Private Joker kind of set up bottom green ready for that.
Yeah,
So if they can get some action going on the bridge
I'm coming to reinforce you.
with reinforcements there, that could be a good tactic.
green was empty for a minute, but
Shit, grenade.
no one spawned on him fast enough. And they got Farquaad back in there. Farquaad takes out Vexed and Don. Still got Jaeger working her way up the bridge, doing a good job. Staying alive.
Farquaad was able to push Joker as the fire team there, and
Gets
Joker
Mithril.
has control of green. He
Farquaad's
exits, though.
creeping out far up, looking for Jaeger. She's just too low.
He would have killed me. He was checking the backside of that box. I think I would have been standing straight up
Yep.
right on it, so now I know where to keep my eye on Farquaad.
Got Dexter holding up Link.
Echo here working back. One thing with this spot near parking, when you're hugging that wall, a really tough shot on green on those windows. So instead of hugging that wall, one thing that I like to do is use these barricades and use these cars.
He may have more.
Instead of standing straight up, you can just peek your head and you'll have a much harder shot from those green windows.
Watermelon gets Jaeger. Yeah, I was just thinking about it. They should have a woman or man option in this game. Like, even the women, they have to play as men, but they should have a woman option. Like when you...
Yeah, it's 2023. Come on, onward.
Yeah, man, it's a little bit, you know... I guess they don't want to put labels on anything anymore, but...
Yeah, I appreciate your sensitive side, Tim. always trying to be politically correct, and you know, that's what you're known for.
Oh, man.
So Myth back up in the office, working the desk. Looks like they had C4 with no effect.
I noticed that's twice now that they're C4. I think they're need to find a new place to put it. Mithril's
Don
still
knows he's on the
back
desk, but
there.
he's blind. Pre-firing, hoping he's getting them.
Wow, still. Mithril's
so
not-
patient.
Ah, he waited too long. He already went down.
He's gonna get a couple though.
Oh, there it is. And they trade, but they still got Don at the back. Takes out Farquaad. That means we got 3 bulk up right now. Jaeger's capping with Dexter right next to her.
So there's that distraction. It's like Dexter's staying quiet, playing pure defense, just defusing when they send it.
Yeah, it's a good spot.
And Sweet and Sour recovers.
Nice try, Baka.
You can tuck right in there, pretty much inside the box.
For real. He thought he could run up there without me noticing.
Alright, looks like they're gonna have to reset. Anytime I cast, man, I get so like antsy. I want to get in there and play. I want to get in there and shoot Dexter in his face on that uplink. Like, oh yeah, you want to hide in there? Let me throw a frag on you. Take out Farquad. I noticed tonight, man, there's been a lot of double kill actions. Like two people taking out one person. It's happened several times.
Some quick shooters on both teams. So, I mean, they're able to... We've seen both teams kind of stack up and play close to their teammates a lot. And so I think when you have a fast shooter and then, you know, multiple targets close to each other, you're going to see that. And some of it's just the maps we played as well. You know, 3 kind of tight maps, Egress, Bazaar, and here. Probably see less of that in Downfall, Quarantine, maps like that.
Yeah, I gotta say, OVL will not go home tonight saying we didn't give them a good fight. They're doing a
Awesome
good
players,
job.
they're awesome shooters. Like we were saying at the beginning, as long as they just get more time together, which, you know, they're always on playing together, practicing together. They've had a lot of good pushes.
Dexter's gonna get called out.
That one piece.
Hopefully.
This could be
Don
good.
should...
They should know Dexter was there from last time.
Well, yeah, and Don just got shot by him, so it should be a call out on him.
Purpose can get eyes.
The one hands him.
Right there. Right there.
There.
Just gonna push Jägermeister.
Come on, gotta jump around and get him. There we go. Good job, Don. Watermelon frags, 2 of them. Oh, man.
Sweet and Sour pushes him back. Good frag.
Yep.
Looked like they might have
Dexter...
used some offensive smoke once the uplink went sent, which is always a good way to get back up there as Volk.
Dexter stayed there long enough just to get their team back up, so by the time it got sent, they just wiped it. Good job.
Yeah, good patience by Dexter. He had the chance, you know, he made the right move. I probably would have pushed Jägermeister. He clearly knew she was on the other side of that box since he was flashing her and things like that, but he stayed patient, and turns out that was the right call. Good play.
Yeah. There you guys have it. Sweet and Sour taking the night. We got Sweet Jake with 16 and 7, 8 and 7 for Farquad, 6 and 4 for wait.
Yeah, we still got one more map.
Do we?
Oh wait, we went Egress.
No, Egress, Bazaar, and Turbine. That's 3. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, thanks for... I think they're just keep playing for fun. I don't know if we want to keep casting or what.
Oh, so what happens?
Yeah, I'll stay here for a minute. Oh, Downfall. I love Downfall.
Downfall, new OBJ.
Yeah, looks like all of them but one staying.
They might keep playing. I mean, two awesome teams. The Echo people are just awesome people. They're all nice, fun to play with. We play with them a lot in our lobbies, so wouldn't surprise me if they just say, hey, let's keep playing. We're having fun.
And it's casted.
They're slowly dropping out. Looks like that's going to do it.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for having me, Tim. Good stuff.
Yeah,
Good
no,
both
yeah,
teams.
yeah. Thanks for joining. Next time I should have things set up a little better. I apologize, guys, for. Did I not have the names up last round? Yeah, that's one thing about with co-casting is I do get a little bit distracted. Just with. It should be easier, but then again, I start talking and not pay attention to what I'm doing. I'll get it right though.
Takes you out of the routine. It's fun though. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Thanks for joining. I'm gonna throw it over to the ending screen. It's pretty cool. You guys, check it out. Here we go. You still here, Mustache?